This is Lake Virginia, the big one, 260 acres. Lake Virginia is connected to Lake Sioux. This is a 10-year-old private home. It was built on Orange Grove. This was the last commercial citrus grove in Winter Park. 10 years ago, 40% of the town was covered with a commercial citrus. Can't afford to grow the orange and grapefruit anymore. The land is too valuable. Get our oranges from Brazil. Now the Whitehead Million, we've got a number of $10 million homes now. We've got one at $15 million. This house was completed just in time for Christmas. The front faces a 70-acre land. Now they lived in a town called Cortland, New York, 200 miles north of New York City. That house is on the National Register of Historic Places. To this day, it has 9 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, 2 kitchens, but 2 people live in it today. Yep. The 3 windows to the far right was a ballroom. Now, first half of the 20th century, when people came down here by train, they spent the winters here. The town was very active in the winter, and that was the center of the we shouldn't call the place Winter Party, really. It was very quiet in the summer. This is one of a kind in the Central Florida area. We're known as the City of Beautiful Homes, and this unique home is called a Bermuda Colonial. It was completed in 1955, and it is modeled after homes on the island of Bermuda. The roof and the fancy chimneys are indicative of architecture on the beautiful island of Bermuda. The sand is from the bottom of this lake. These are buildings. So it's the geographic center, and it's also the oldest lake. For example, that yellow brick house in the front, that was designed and completed in 1926. The architect was a guy named James Gamble Rogers, who had a long career in this town, 65 years, and he was the most prominent architect in the history of the city. It was man-made. It was originally a shallow brook. Around 1875, the loggers got in here and dug it out in order to move timber to Lake Virginia to the sawmill. Today the walls are steel. 14 feet of steel go down in the ground. There's 4 feet of water in the canal. Grid. first $10 million home in the city. It was built 12 years ago. Nope. Mr. Grant sold the house to normal-sized people. The normal-sized people had a serious problem. They had to redo the bathrooms in the kitchen. They couldn't reach a darn thing. They took out the 2,000